Okay, so moving on to solving systems of equations, we've been working a little bit with graphing them on the coordinate grid and using that to find the solution. And so if you graph it, you'll basically get two lines, and where they intersect is where the solution is to the system. So in order to graph it, you can get your line in the form of y equals mx plus b. That's typically how you guys like it. I'm debating whether or not to show you a different way. I'm not going to this time, but we'll stick with this. This top one isn't in the y equals mx plus b form, so we have to get it there. And to do that, you have to solve for y. So, subtract the 6x, because we're trying to get y by itself. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So we got 2y equals 26 minus 6x. Divide by the 2. And remember, if you got something on bottom and multiple things on top, you have to divide each of the items on top by what's on bottom. So 26 divided by 2 is 13. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. And ta-da, here's our two equations right here. So we need to put them on a coordinate plane. Let's put that, make us say y-axis and x-axis. I noticed that my biggest value here is 13, and my slope is negative. So I need to have basically a y-intercept up high enough here that it'll be about 13 up there, and then the line's going to go down because it has a negative slope. So let's count off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Here, let's count by 2, because I have a hard time writing really fine quantities on this little touchscreen here. But I'm sure you guys can realize that it's counting by 2s. And I'll try to keep spacing relatively the same. But yeah, already failed. That's okay though. And hold on, I'm drawing my graph here. I'll pause the video as I draw. Okay, so I finished drawing my lovely, beautiful, makeshift coordinate plane. So each tick mark represents 2, and I couldn't fit all the numbers, so I kind of skipped. Anyway, it counts by 4, but every tick mark counts for 2. So I'm going to first graph this guy here, the 13 minus 3x graph. So I need to put a dot on my y-intercept at 13. Since each tick mark is 2, I need to draw in the middle here. So there's 13. And I'm going to use the slope of negative 3 over 1. Remember, every whole number is over 1. So when I find my next point from this point here, I'm going to go down 3 and right 1. Well, if you go down 3 from 13, you get to 10, which is on this line here. And I'm going to go right 1. Blam. Point. I can go down 3 again to get to 7, go right 1, which is about there. And here's my beautiful line. Oh, crap. It's so hard to draw a line on this dang screen. Anyway, beautiful line. I'm sure you guys think it's the best thing ever. We're going to graph our other one here, which is the y equals x plus 2. So if there's nothing in front of the x, it has a 1. So I have a slope of 1, y-intercept of 2. So put a dot at 2, which is here-ish. And when I'm graphing this, I have a slope of 1, so you go right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1. So you can actually go right 2, up 2, or right 4, up 4, which is actually what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go right 4 to this spot and go up 4, which is 2 tick marks, to put my dot here. I can go right 4, up 4 to get about here. And I can draw my graph now. And it looks absolutely hideous, but you get the idea. And this brings out one of the issues with graphing. So our intersection's in there somewhere. So it's like something along the lines of 4.5 for the x, and 6.5 for the y as our point here. It's really hard to tell where it is, but that's the guess. And that's one of the detriments to graphing to find your solutions. And I'm going to stop and make a new video for 5.